Welcome everyone. I am S. Kavita, studying MSc Chemistry in Krishnaswamy College of Art, Science and Management for Women. I am going to discuss about the depletion of ozone layer and its effects. What is ozone? Ozone. It is a gas composed of three atoms of oxygen. Its molecular formula is O3. It is a bluish gas that is harmful to breathe. Nearly 90% of Earth's ozone is in the stratosphere and referred to as the ozone layer. Ozone absorbs a band of ultraviolet radiation called UVB. Ozone layers. The ozone layers are exosphere, thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, and troposphere. Formation of ozone layer. Oxygen reacts with sunlight to give atomic oxygen. Atomic oxygen reacts with O2 to give ozone. Ozone chemically forms when UV hits on stratosphere. Oxygen molecules dissociate into atomic oxygen. Atomic oxygen quickly combines with other oxygen molecules to form ozone. Ozone depletion. Ozone layer depletion is simply the wearing out of the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. Unlike pollution, which has many types and causes, ozone depletion has been pinned down to one major human activity. Industries that manufacture things like insulating foams, solvents, soap, cooling things like air conditioners, refrigerators, and takeaway containers use something called chlorofluorocarbons. Depletion begins when chlorofluorocarbons get into the stratosphere. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun breaks up these chlorofluorocarbons. The breaking up action releases chlorine atoms. Chlorine atoms react with ozone, starting a chemical cycle that destroys the good ozone in that area. One chlorine atom can break apart more than 1 lakh ozone molecules. Causes of ozone depletion. Man-made causes: chlorofluorocarbons, halogens, methyl chloroform, hydrofluorocarbons. Natural causes. Impacts of ozone depletion. Harm to human health. Causes skin cancers, sunburns, and premature aging of the skin. More cataracts, blindness, and other eye disease. Adverse impacts on agriculture. Plant growth, especially in seedlings, is harmed by more intense UV radiation. Major crop species are particularly vulnerable to increased UV, resulting in reduced growth, photosynthesis, and flowering. Effects on plants. Physiological and developmental processes of plants are affected by UVB radiation, even by the amount of UVB in present day sunlight. Effect on animals. In domestic animals, UV overexposure may cause eye and skin cancers. Species of marine animals in their developmental stage. Example, young fish, shrimp larvae, and crab larvae have been created in recent years by the increased UV radiation under the Antarctic ozone hole. Effect on materials. Wood, plastic, rubber, fabric, and many construction materials are degraded by UV radiation. The economic impact of replacing and or protecting materials could be significant. Importance of ozone layer. Ozone is concentrated in the lower stratosphere between 15 and 30 km above the Earth's surface. The so-called ozone layer. Ozone can be produced by numerous chemical reactions, but the main mechanism in the atmosphere for its production and removal is absorption of ultraviolet radiant energy from the sun. The maintenance of enough stratospheric ozone to absorb harmful UV sunlight is therefore vitally important to all life forms on Earth. This is the pictorial difference between the ozone in the year 1982 and in the 2011. Measures to prevent the ozone depletion. Limit private vehicle driving, use eco-friendly household cleaning products, avoid using pesticides, developing stringent regulations for rocket launches, banning the use of dangerous nitrous oxide. International measures. Montreal Protocol signed in 1987 comprised of 189 countries now to reduce Chlorofluorocarbon substances. National level measures. Singapore banned use of chlorofluorocarbon products in 1991. Countries can control the import and manufacture of chlorofluorocarbon products. Conclusion. There is no doubt that the problem of ozone depletion exists and deserves extensive research and attention. With the release of each and every chlorofluorocarbon, our ozone layer takes one small step towards its destruction. The decision to ban completely chlorofluorocarbons sooner than later cannot be decided by the United States or even the United Nations. The entire world must unite in order to expel this problem forever. Finally, I thank everyone for giving this wonderful opportunity.